Okay, here we have a 12-inch vane fan made by Robbins and Myers. Collectors refer to this as a Feathervane due to the shape or design of the internally mounted vane, which deflects air movement from the blade, deflects it back into the blade, and that makes the fan oscillate side to side. So very desirable fan. This fan still retains its original feather, which is absolutely amazing. Those seem to never have survived. This fan, restored by Paul Graves, found by Steve Cunningham, part of the museum collection of Steve Cunningham. So Steve was a very instrumental early member of the Fan Collectors Association, as well as the beginning of the Fan Collectors Museum. So when you talk about the history of the Fan Collectors Museum, this fan was the very first entry into the museum. Put on loan by Steve Cunningham, it's number 101, the very first entry on the inventory of the Antique Fan Collectors Museum. So it will come with whoever purchases this fan, it will come with the brass ID tag, and will always be the very first entry ever into that museum. So, quite a bit of history with this fan as far as, the museum goes, as far as the design of the oscillating mechanism, very early oscillating mechanism design. Steve Cunningham, a very well-known, iconic member of the Fan Collectors Association, and restored by, top shelf restorer Paul Graves. So, a lot of positive things with this fan. Not a fan that you would ever upgrade in your collection. If you have this in your collection, I can't imagine what fan would ever top it. So, just a great example. Beautiful restoration, beautiful pinstriping, letters above the switch, beautiful pinstripe on the motor. The brass looks like it was just polished yesterday, polished and lacquered. And again, it's been in the museum for 27 years. Only until this July was it removed from display, and we were fortunate enough to have the opportunity to offer it for sale. So, very beautiful fan, great history. And as Steve pointed out too, another interesting thing about this fan is this is the only fan, vane oscillating fan, that you could wall mount. So this fan can be wall mounted. I do know a collector that has one wall mounted, which is a very unique and interesting installation. But this wing bolt turns the head of the fan back, so you can put it on the wall and still face out and spread air across the room while it oscillates. So very unusual design. Again, that's a 12-inch Robbins and Myers Feathervane from the museum collection of Steve Cunningham.